The art of fragrance, handed down from our ancestors to now, is one of the most precious cultures in Japan and is loved by the Japanese. Today, in a ceremony called Kodo, the Komoto, the host of the ceremony, picks out different kinds of fragrant wood and writes down their types on Japanese paper, so that the renju, the participants, know beforehand what is being used. A hot bamboo charcoal is buried in a cup of rice ash. A small mica plate is placed over the charcoal, and a piece of aromatic wood is laid on top of the mica. The fragrance is released without combustion, thus achieving the purest aroma. Manko is the act of figuring out which incense combination is being burned, by smelling each mixture 3 times. The history of Japanese incense art goes back to Empress Suiko, year 3, AD 595, when a piece of an aromatic tree drifted onto Awaji Island. In Nihon Shoki, the Chronicles of Japan, it is said that the fishermen there happened to build a bonfire using it, and having noticed its fragrance, they presented it to the emperor. Fragrant wood was first used as a consolation and a remembrance gift for ancestors. Then it was used as an air purifier to cleanse sacred areas. In the Heian era, AD 794 to 1192, fragrance was used for pleasure and to enjoy the scent itself. The aristocracy of the dynasty enjoyed what was called takimono, which was a mixture of aromatic ingredients such as powdered agalok and musk, and it is said that a Buddhist priest Ganjin Wajo from China introduced the style to Japan. In the Muromachi era, AD 1338 to 1573, samurai culture took the place of the aristocratic culture, and because it was influenced by Zen Buddhism, an admiration for agalok trees developed. And this was the beginning of Kodo, the art of enjoying and identifying incense by its fragrance. After smelling the fragrance, each participant writes down their answer on a piece of paper. There are many successive rounds, each with a different incense combination. The Renju must identify which fragrance matches the original combination from the first round. Then they move on to Honkanore. This is where the host writes each participant's answer on a large piece of paper. There are many kinds of incense sticks. Mainichiko, a typical favorite of the Japanese, was first created by Yujiro Kito, who was praised as a genius in the field of incense making in the Meiji era. This daily incense, called tendan, is made from byakudan, a Japanese sandalwood. There is a fragrant wood called ginkgo, which was the start of the art of fragrance in Japan. The word jin in ginkgo means to sink, because the wood is saturated with heavy oils that prevent it from floating. It is created when a daphne tree is inhabited by bacteria, and after many years, as a result of the bacteria living under its surface, the wood becomes very fragrant. This piece is worth a couple 100 million yen and is very precious. Incense is used with an incense burner, and there are many kinds of ceramic burns available, such as arita and kutani. Expensive golden incense burners like these come with stands. The lid is taken off. Ash is put inside and leveled off, and it is shaped accordingly to stabilize the burning incense. The lid is left off when used. After attempting to guess what the original fragrance is, the results are passed out and marked. And the participant with the highest score receives all of the answers written on a sheet of Japanese paper. Finally, the Kumamoto respectfully recognizes her guests again, and the ceremony ends. We have followed this series of ceremonies since the era of Muromachi.